You are now listening to a very special episode of the Cross-Platform Chat podcast. Power your dreams.
Hello and welcome. This is episode 7 of Cross-Platform Chat, a podcast about video games and nerdy things. My name is Matt, joined by two of my best gaming buddies on the microphone. Cross-Platform Chat is a conversation among friends, and we bring our distinct perspectives on games, but we are cross-platform and backwards compatible. So our door is always open to gamers of all flavors, and we welcome you to the house of Cross-Plat Chat. So pull up a chair, stay a while. Why don't you hang out with the cool kids? Let's chop this thing up. So right about now, let me welcome my partners in crime, my boys, Devon, otherwise known as Sonic Boom in the room.
Power your dreams, gamers.
Sonic Boom, people petition to bring back astronaut applesauce. Sorry. I try to make it up on the fly every time I can do it.
Every time.
Greetings, Sonic Boom. And then Greg, ladies and bro jellies, help me welcome back to the show our very own buddy, Human Platinum. Greg, how are you doing?
I lived.
Oh, it's so good to hear your voice.
It is so coming back from the dead. The people, just want to know that you're at full strength.
Yeah,
and you bring balance to the force. Is what you do, really.
Yeah, I'm at 95% strength.
95. Hey,
Yeah,
we can roll with 95.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
works. We'll take it.
Without you, Sonic Boom and we just run amok. We're, the bar is on
Yeah.
the floor, so we're really glad to have you.
It's just two clowns.
There's no rails.
There are no
it's madness.
guardrails. We have no safety. Ladies and jelly spoons, this is a special episode of Crossplat Chat. We're not
very
here,
special episode.
Very, very, very special episode of Crossplat Chat. We're not here to bring you the news events of the week. We don't even have flutter bombs for you, sadly. We have no small talk because today, House of Crossplat Chat, we're serving meat and potatoes. You understand that? That's because Next Gen is officially upon us. So let's talk about it, goddammit. Sonic Boom and Greg, I have not myself gotten an Xbox Series X, but
and
you guys
call yourself a gamer.
I sometimes it depends. But
No, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't get them. So
yeah, that was really going to be my first question was, did you get your console on time? Is my first question.
I did. I got mine yesterday, and of course, I'm at work doing my thing, and get a message that's out for delivery. I'm excited, and then I get an email saying, "Hey, we need you to jump on this bridge and do this thing." And I'm like, "Shit," because that turned into 6.5 hours of staring at a
cool.
system I couldn't play because FedEx they dropped it off,
Yeah.
and the thing is, I looked out the window, like an excited little child. I didn't see anything. I went to the restroom. I looked back out said window, and I see FedEx guy driving away in a box on my porch. I'm like, he's here.
It's happening.
Yeah. And the missus is like, I swear he never rang the doorbell. I'm like, I know, I was right there. I never saw him. I never heard he just left an Xbox sitting on my porch.
What a terrible man.
Yeah.
Didn't even ring
And
the
I
doorbell.
know, not to spoil the fun, but Greg, you got yours like 2 hours before me.
Yeah, it unheard of to be that early. It showed up at like 9:30 or something, which is crazy. Like FedEx usually shows up around here at like 2 or 3 or something. So
Yeah.
I was just going outside to get something out of my car for no reason, and I opened the door and I see a FedEx truck, and I'm like, and I slammed it
Yeah.
shut. And I was like, oh
You don't want to be that creeper watching him give you
no,
your box.
exactly. I was like, okay, give a few steps. Mine knocked, so I can vouch for him at least.
Oh
And then
man, mine's slacking.
Yeah.
You didn't go walk up behind him and be like, how many boxes do you have? What houses are you delivering?
Yeah,
Where you going?
What are you doing today? So that's cool. So it sounds like you guys both got your consoles pretty early in the day, and Sonic Boom, my condolences.
Yeah.
You had to look at your system for 6.5 hours.
Yeah, but
Sounds
I plan on taking off today, tomorrow, and Friday anyway. So I planned accordingly, which I lucked out even so because I see people that are like not scheduled to have theirs till tomorrow or next week. You know,
Or next Olympics.
or
yeah,
New
December.
Year's Eve.
Yeah.
and mine came from Tennessee. And where did yours come from, Greg?
Yeah, it went through to it was like Kentucky and then Tennessee and then
Or mine was Oregon. I don't. We ours came from 2 different states.
Weird.
It's like,
yeah.
but who did you get yours from?
It was from the Microsoft store.
Yeah, same here. Like
Yeah.
Microsoft was coming through. Everyone else dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's how they treat their true fans. Day one.
Well, glad you guys both procured one, and condolences to anybody who. The worst I saw was from Amazon, and people were starting to get emails at
Mhm.
some point during the day saying like,
Yep.
"Will you
I got that
get
email
told
saying, "Hey,
about
you
that
might not get it till the end of the year."
ever."
Yeah.
And then I got a follow-up email saying, "Hey, with that new news, do you still want it? Check yes or no."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Oh, really? They gave you a
yeah.
follow up? That's weird.
Yeah.
So
Huh. Probably just trying to free up as much inventory as
Mhm.
possible. Be like,
yeah.
we
Yeah.
can sell it to 10 other people.
And then
So
they
that's
took
cool.
more pre-orders yesterday.
That's
Well, there you
nice.
go.
Yeah,
That's why.
follow that
Yeah,
up.
I was like, you
Well
can't even
done,
fill the
guys.
ones you have.
Yeah.
Come on.
You
Yeah.
deal with your
Shit.
first list, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what all did you get with your consoles? In terms of, I don't know if either of you guys necessarily still buy physical discs anymore, but like games, peripherals, anything of that nature. What did you guys pick up?
Greg, I'll let you
Yeah,
go first.
I was like, are
Sorry.
we still on the podcast?
I'm getting back in my rhythm here. Yeah, nothing physical with it. Just the box.
Yeah.
And then I had I guess recently I'd gotten that NVMe external with a case, and so I've had a lot of my next gen games on there, and I plugged that in. I plugged in another hard drive, and man, it just worked. You turned it on. I was like, "Here's your games. They're right here."
Yeah, that's super cool.
It was so cool.
Isn't
And
that
then
nice?
transferred a bunch of them to the internal that had like Series X versions, and oh my goodness, it took like 2 minutes to transfer like Assassin's Creed. It was like 50 gigs.
Damn good.
And yeah, and then each of them you had to go. It was like, oh, there's an upgrade, and upgrade that, download some patch stuff, and it
You're
went.
off to the races.
Yeah, yeah. So, final haul of next gen stuff. I bought Assassin's Creed, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Um, Watch Dogs had an upgrade that I'd already bought. Tetris
Swell.
Effect was on Game Pass, got that. Um, let's see. Planet Coaster was on Game Pass, got that. Um, I just bought Yakuza Like a Dragon like an hour ago.
Nice. That's a spread.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it to work. How about you, Sonic Boom? What did you procure?
Well, I already pre-ordered Call of Duty. I'm definitely one of those hypocrites that say don't pre-order a game, and then I went and pre-ordered a game.
No judgment.
But yeah, anytime a console launches, I'm all in. You know, I spent a ton of money on physical stuff that wouldn't normally do it. So like Call of Duty, when I got the Xbox One X, I bought Call of Duty at launch night that time too. So this time I had this one digital, but went and picked up Assassin's Creed yesterday physical. So that was pretty nice.
Physical.
Yeah. And then Destiny, which I already had pre-ordered. So, but then it's also on Game Pass, so that's nice. And then, but mostly what I've been playing is Doom. So
Oh, I saw you on Doom.
yeah,
Doomy Doom.
God,
Like Eternal or Doom
yeah,
2016?
Eternal.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get into gameplay yet, but yeah. So Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, which doesn't come out till tomorrow, and then Destiny. It's pretty much like the main courses I bought
Sure.
for my next couple weeks of consumption.
Now, was Destiny having server issues yesterday or today? Excuse me. Or were you
Yeah, I mean,
actually
it's
able to
just
get into it?
when they did a launch or I don't know what you call it, like a pre-launch event, like a live event for the next expansion Beyond Light. They were doing stuff in the tower, like, yo, come check this out, this live event. And people were like just not able to get in, or they're having server issues.
Gotcha.
And then with just server overload, it just continued into today. I didn't try to get on, but there were server queues. That only happens when new expansions
Yeah, I was
launch.
about to say. I guess you
So
can expect that much. I'm sure people were just blitzing that thing.
yeah. So yeah, I really can't speak to that because I haven't touched it. I probably will play it PC later on next week, and then I'll switch back to Xbox once they do their update for the next gen, or I
Yeah,
should say
yeah.
current gen now. There we go, current
Yeah.
gen. That
Damn,
feels
it
good.
feels good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's in December. So, but yeah, I'll stick with Doom. I'll do Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty when it comes out, and then whatever else floats my boat. Oh, Mortal Kombat 11.
Nice.
The missus wants to
Hey.
get that because she's a huge Rocky Rambo fan, so we gotta get that. So that's out next week.
I heard someone call that game Smash Brothers, but for dads.
I
Perfect.
love it.
It's so perfect.
I love
Perfect.
it.
I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a few cycles, and the last one I played, it was just brutal, man. It's like they give you like the X-ray vision
Yeah.
of the freaking, spine breaking apart and skull being crushed in. Pretty badass. Pretty badass. So, what is the most next-gen-y looking thing you've played? I've been hearing good things about Assassin's Creed, and the photo mode
Yeah.
looks pretty epic on it.
Yeah. I would definitely say Assassin's Creed for me.
You can't tell, but I have the box, the clamshell box, open, so you guys can smell it through the microphone because it smells like a new console.
That smells
I
great.
actually, by the time my kid got off school and I was done with work, I was like, well, I might as well wait. And he opened it with me, so that was kind of cool to see my
Nice.
kid open up
Yeah,
the
there
next
you
gen with the next gen. So, but
My daughter, like, bless her. I was like, "Hey, I got a new Xbox. You want to come see it?" She's like, "Yeah." And she walked in, and I guess she thinks an Xbox is a TV. And so she was just walking up to my TV. She's like, "Yeah, it's nice." I'm like,
go.
"Yeah, it is."
That is nice.
yeah, I mean, well, that's what we tell the kids: go turn off the TV, then go turn off the Xbox because we run
Yeah, yeah,
everything through
yeah.
the Xbox. So, but next gen, yeah, Assassin's Creed looks amazing, and then
Mhm.
Doom looks great. Like, it reminded me when I built my PC a couple of years ago, like having that refresh rate above 60, let alone 120, was just amazing. Like my eyes
Yeah.
were like, I can't take it. So that's for an unoptimized game.
Yeah.
And then I played some Gears 5 as well to test
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
I've heard good things about that too.
Man,
Yeah, I have that loaded. I've not booted it up yet.
So
yeah, it's looking good.
have you guys messed around with backwards compatibility much at all, or just doing the next
I
jam?
I booted up Avengers, which the load times were so bad on that originally, and it just got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna wait, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it's just so snappy now. It's real nice.
Mm, but as far as like previous gens, no, I didn't play any 360 games or anything like that yet.
Yeah, yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Do you
So
guys still have your old plastic circles, 360 or regular Xbox or anything? Still have your
I have
discs?
some.
yeah, I got a
I
few for
have
like novelty's sake, but when I
yeah,
purged a few years back, those are some that went. So
yeah.
I'm like
Vast
kind of
majority of mine
interested.
are digital.
Yeah, I'm like kind of interested to throw random games when I get my next gen console. Like I'm really interested to throw in like Alien Isolation because that always had some frame pacing
Mm,
things.
mm,
And it just seems
mm-hmm.
like the big thing as far as games being optimized or running better on now current gen is really how they built the thing to begin with. If they unlock the frame rate specifically,
Yeah,
that seems
yeah,
to be a big barrier of entry on how nice it'll look now.
yeah.
But
It's
that's
so straight, like just digging through old games. Like, okay, what game had like unlock that wasn't capped at 30 and stuff,
yeah.
and like just weird stuff, like cheap stuff, like that most recent Terminator game that is just real low tier. Like it has an option in there. It's like uncapped frame rate, and now it looks great. Like it's crazy.
Now it's a good game, right?
Yeah, no, but now it's more playable.
That turd runs smooth now. So what do you in terms of features, what are you most impressed with or anything that you didn't know you always wanted?
Whew.
I'd have to say quick resume.
Yeah, that's like
That
I've seen it
once
in so many videos, but actually doing it, it's so cool.
yeah, there's that video from Macca going around where he has the Xbox off, turns it on, goes to Doom in like 6 seconds. And I showed that to the missus, and she didn't know what quick resume was. So it took her just a second to figure out what's going on. I'm like, the Xbox was off and now I'm playing Doom again. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's called quick resume. Welcome to the future.
We're here in the future.
Yeah,
Now remind
like
me, can it juggle like five games at once?
You know,
it
their
seems to be
official page says,
flexible.
yeah, their official page says 3, but I've heard outlets say 4.
I've
So
definitely had more than 3 stay, but I don't know how many.
Because I could have sworn I even watched a video of someone doing. I swear it was 5. They were.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I
yeah,
mean that's a sweet ass feature.
and I can confirm, which I can probably get into that story here in a second, that it even persists through power cycling, like
Oh,
taking
so
out the
cool.
power cable, let it sit in, and all that. So,
Our power
Damn.
flickers all the time here and like overnight, and that I have less
so,
and less
so
saves from
here's
that.
here's my life lesson, which it's twofold, maybe even 3. So I got a TV upstairs, which is a nice one. It's an LG, the Nano series. It's a big TV. It's 86
Yeah.
inches.
Nice.
And word of the wise, kids, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I know the missus. The missus works at Best Buy and gets me a discount on 86-inch TVs. So we've got that. That's where I set it up and initially played like Doom and some other things. And when I moved it downstairs into my office, aka unfinished basement, is where I have my OLED. And upstairs, it worked great. It worked flawlessly. I unplugged the current Xbox and I plugged in the X, and it just worked, which is great. Come downstairs, plug it in. It's seeming great. Start playing games, and I have flickering, which I'm like, okay. Like the screen would go black and it would say no signal. I'm like, okay, that's a known issue. So let me do a few things. Do some things, try some stuff, switch this off, take this on, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm checking boxes, moving switches,
Sure.
power cycle, you know, the whole thing, trying to get
The
this
whole-
thing
yeah,
to consistently just play. So I go upstairs for dinner. I tell the missus, like, yeah, so I'm having some issues. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, what cable are you using? I'm like, well, the cinnamon we got from Best Buy. Because we bought like a $130 cable. Spent that
Mm.
much at all, not even close. You know, a really nice, expensive
Yeah.
HDMI cable.
Right.
And she's like, just try the one that, you know, try swapping out the cable. I'm like, I guess. I mean, stranger things have happened because you can go into the Xbox and see, like, all right, your TV supports this, it supports that, blah, blah. Like, there's
Yeah,
all
right.
these boxes,
Mhm.
whether they're green or, you know, green check marks or red X's. And I had all green check marks.
Weird.
So I just tried the cable that came with the Xbox and had no problems.
Yeah.
So weird.
So props to Microsoft. It doesn't get around a lot, but the cables they pack in their systems
Yeah.
since the the 1S are superb. They're the top of the
Yeah.
line. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
And they do not get enough credit for that.
Yeah.
And then second of all, listen to your wife, your girlfriend, your missus, your doll collection, whatever. Just listen to them because
Hey,
yeah.
I've got one of those. Doll collection.
Yeah, I tried to include you.
Thanks. I've
But yeah.
appreciated
Take
the
me a second.
inclusion.
Yeah, once I switched the cable, which I don't know. Yeah, it just worked. So,
Yeah.
which I mean, a lot of people are having said issue. So I'm like, well, that's just
Really?
trials and tribulations of having a 2019 OLED from LG and an Xbox Series One X. You know, like
Hmm.
it's the 1% of the 1%. You know, it's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It is crazy. Like it wasn't even that long ago. It was like, people go buy these expensive cables. Like, just go buy one online. They're all the same. And
no,
that's not
they
true
are
anymore.
absolutely not.
That is
No,
not true anymore.
no. And you will learn the hard way, and you will learn the
Yeah.
frustratingly expensive way
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is
Well,
not true.
having any kind of a technical hiccup on launch day is the most. Oh God! Like I'll lose
Yeah.
my shit in 0.2 seconds when that goes down. So
I had a moment. I had Assassin's Creed paused, and I was like kind of milling around the house doing something. I came back in, and I guess, I heard these noises. I was like, oh no, like the Xbox was the only thing on.
Yeah.
I was like, it sounded almost like a disc spinning like real hard. And I was like,
Yeah.
I have a disc in there. I don't like, and I realized that just as I paused the game, there's like a guy chopping wood next to it. Where I was standing, I was like, oh, okay. Whew.
So you open up the door and be like, "Stop chopping your wood,
Yeah,
goddammit!"
yeah. So I was like, okay. We're all
Scaring
good.
me in here, man. You
We're
realize what
all
I'm
good.
doing? That's funny. So actually, that brings up the question: have there been any sort of weird technical hiccups? I guess other than your amazing HDMI snafu insert. I hear that the HDMI they pack in is a 2.1, right? I'm sure it's fully.
Yeah.
Fully
Because that's how,
good,
if you don't have
yeah.
2.1, you can't do 120 hertz, which
That's right. It's a big
I'm
deal.
lucky and fortunate enough to where both my TVs have that feature. So,
Oh, guess
Damn.
I'm
yeah.
guess I'm
Roughing it.
I'm the pleb with 60.
Let's say, yeah, because you got the
Bro.
B6, right? Or the
Yeah.
yeah,
V6 or V8, something like that. Yeah.
B8. Sorry, not 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
8. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the year before.
Yeah. I can do 1080 at 120, but
That's dope.
yeah. I've got if I want, I do have a monitor.
Well, Assassin's
Although I
Creed
said,
that's 4K 60. So,
yeah. Like, I
yeah,
mean, for me, if I'm
it's
getting
just
60, I'm happy.
there's not a ton
Yeah.
that are doing that. Oh, I
Yeah.
tried Ori. That
Oh,
Oh
does,
damn. I
yeah.
bet that looked nice.
man, 4K 120,
Oh,
brother. Oh man, it looks so good.
I bet that looks
It's like butter. Yeah.
bet. But no like technical snafus in terms of like I don't know crashes. What game was it? I think I was hearing like Watch Dogs was crashing on some people, but I don't know if that was like a preview build or something, or it seemed to
it's
be
had
happening
some.
with people
It
last
feels
week
like
when they
it's
were
had a
leaking
lot of
reviews.
issues the last couple weeks. Watch Dogs specifically, but no, nothing for me.
No,
No,
it's good.
working as
It's been all
intended.
smooth.
Das ist good.
Yeah.
So it's not like smoking off the top.
With my ping
Or I'm
pong balls,
After I
no.
stopped vaping into it, it didn't.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah it makes ping pong balls levitate. I forgot about that. What else can it do? It can vape. It can play ping pong.
Oh
What else
man,
can
just
it do?
it'll burn your kid's hand. I mean,
Burn your hand.
God, internet is just so desperate to hate on something that is
It's
just
so stupid.
so nice. So,
Well, Sonic Boom, did you say that you were getting a Series S as well? Did I make that up in my mind? Was that a
yes, I did get that as well. And I'm on the
Oh,
fence of what I'm going to do with it. So,
well, go in. Oh, you haven't like cracked it open or anything? You just
no. I ordered one of each just because
just because reasons?
Microsoft had it and I was able to get it. And I think
Yeah.
that's what caused me not to get it from other dispensaries is because when I went to buy it, I put both in my cart, and then that's when, shit hit the fan,
Yeah.
and I was able to get one and not the other, so my orders would get canceled. But Microsoft was somehow it worked. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep it upstairs or just return it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to build your Series S pyramid?
no, because I'll eventually probably get another X because the missus wants to play Batman when it comes out.
Hell
She's
yeah.
like, I get to be Batgirl. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll be Nightwing or something. Like she was already calling characters. I'm like, well, if we're gonna
Guess
play
that
that
settles
together, I'm
it.
gonna
Like,
need
oh,
another
dang it.
machine. Yeah. So, and I would just keep it, but since we play movies for the kids upstairs, not having a disk drive is kind of a no bueno. So
Mm.
yeah, I'll just wait and get another one. So
Now, how is it? Has anybody? I don't imagine you guys have tried this yet, but how is it as a actual 4K Blu-ray like movie player?
I've
Has
not
anybody heard
popped
much
one
on
in
that?
yet. I've watched a little Hulu on it, and it's snappy, quick. But yeah, have not put a disc in it yet.
yeah, I'd say the nice thing is the menus just work. They're snappy, they're quick. Your game list loads profoundly quick.
Mm-hmm.
Your apps load. It's like when you get a new phone, everything just works quick.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
So I'm sure PlayStation will have the same feeling here tomorrow. So
Tomorrow, but we're not talking about PlayStation today.
we're
So
not, and I'm editing this out. So
edit out anything PlayStation. Well, geez, I'm trying to think of other things like I don't know, first impressions. any knee-jerk reactions. What is there anything that you wish was better, even at first blush, or do you feel pretty content about what it is right now?
I'm 100% satisfied with what I got. Like, I want a new tech. I got new tech, you know?
Yeah.
The games I've played are phenomenal. They look great. And barring any small issues, it runs exactly as advertised. So I'm happy. Like Valhalla is amazing. I haven't gotten too far into it, but it's if you really like the last couple Assassin's Creeds, you're gonna like this one. And
Yeah.
I'm loving it. It just looks so good.
And
Yeah,
having
I
it
was actually
60.
interested to ask you like how it is as a game. I mean, technically it sounds like it's really solid, but like like Greg, I know you were super into Assassin's Creed. How deep
Mhm.
into it are you?
Um, Probably like 3 hours, but I've kind of just
Healthy dose.
in those
Healthy
games
dose.
as soon as they let me, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go off and explore and
Oh yeah, your boat,
grab
and
a
you're
thing.
like, let me go check out this island. Let me rate it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, but
Everyone's gonna
yeah,
die
yeah,
over here.
I'm still kind of wrapping my head around the system. It's there's a lot different. They've changed up a lot of stuff, but it seems really good.
Cool, cool. I've been hearing good things about Yakuza also. That seems to be
Yeah,
sort of kind of a surprise to people.
yeah,
But like some people I've heard like game of the year type talk from some people, so I was like, "Whoa, that's cool."
I've probably played about half an hour. Like it just finished loading a bit ago, but instantly grabbed it. Like I'm in already. Like already love the main character and stuff, so I'm along for the ride. The English voice acting seems really good. That's a big change for them.
Does it,
Sonic Boom, did you pick up Yakuza? Did
I'm
you?
not a Yakuza fan. I'm not into those games, so I did not.
But it's on the Series X
I
now.
know I should.
It's
Uh,
exclusive, kinda.
yeah, I should be because all the other games are on Game Pass.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what
I
the JRPG battle, turn-based battles grabs me for this one, and then kind of having a new main character like seems easier to jump into.
Well, let me think here. We didn't plan on this episode being super long, but I wanted to just like I said, getting all your first impressions of this beautiful new box and the unboxing experience itself. I think I've watched like 5 or 6 different unboxings. I don't know why. It's the same thing in every box, but I love
it's just
unboxing.
not. It's a nice feeling getting. I mean, the first thing I did, and the missus like gave me a bunch of crap. I'm like, Jude, smell this. I opened the box. I let them smell. I'm like, that's new. That's new game smell, and because it's like
I
Yeah,
you
love
never forget
smelling
that.
new things.
It's setting it
Definitely.
up, plugging it in, all that. So like, it's just
Getting
it's a
into the
ritual.
smells.
It's great. You only get to that once every
7, 8
7, 8
years
years.
or whatever.
Yeah.
The
So
controller. Is the controller I've noticed like the triggers have a little different like texture on them, I believe. And I'm
yeah,
trying to remember anything else that's different. Do they functionally
yeah.
feel more or less the same? Do the sticks feel different or anything like that?
The sticks, maybe it's just because they're new. They feel a little different to me, but not like substantial.
Mm-hmm.
D-pad's very different. D-pad is
D-pad's nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like kind of halfway between like the one on the last controller and the like one on the
With the
Elite
Elite.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very everything about it's very fine. Like it's slightly smaller, and if no one told you, you probably wouldn't notice.
It feels better. Like holding it, like I feel like I've got a better grip on it. It's like and it's got a little it feels a little heavier,
Yeah,
like in
it's
a
a little
good
bit of
way.
heft, a little
Yeah.
bit denser. But yeah, it's like you said, the D-pad's great. The textures on the bottom and on the paddles, that feels good too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
which at
Yeah, the
first you're like,
triggers are different. They have that real glossy feel on the Xbox One controllers, and this one's more matte, and
I
they're
like
a little
that better.
shaped different. They might be a tad smaller, but they feel good. The bumpers feel
The
better too.
the texture on the triggers, is it uh does it have any sort of like rubber or is it tackified at all? Like or is it just plastic?
It's just plastic.
it's like roughed plastic.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just like stippled.
yeah,
So
Nice. Word.
yeah, yeah. It feels good.
All right. Unless you boys have anything else to say about the Series X, we're going to hit up these quick-fire questions, and I'm going to send you on your way to explore your beautiful new boxes. Unless anybody has any...
No, it's really, I mean, with how the outlets have had this system for a while now, it's kind of hard to say anything new, but
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
guess you
right,
get to hear
right.
it from the
I hear
people
you.
that, it's a great piece of tech, and it's nice to get this jump because I don't think we had this jump in technology with the PS4 and the one.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
going from the 360 and the PS3 to that, it's not the leap we're getting right now. So
And that's
yeah,
like really the thing that I'm getting, honestly, is that it's kind of easy to lose track of things because, in gaming, things can move quickly. We can get a little spoiled, but like, even despite COVID, um, these things seem to have launched like the best backwards compatibility ever.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Technology leap, quality of life improvements. Like this thing is robust, and I think it's ready to handle the next, I don't know, 7-8 years. I've
yeah.
actually one question I have. It's kind of future related to the future and what you see happening. I've heard people kind of talk about iterative Series X or iterative series. What do you guys think about the prospect of Microsoft like iterating like every 2 or 3 years
like a
on the
half gen.
Yeah, do you see them doing more of that?
um, I mean, it worked well with the X.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see why not. I mean, I don't think it'll be. Hmm. I think it'll be more in terms of more internal. Like it'll just be like a refresh. It'll be either smaller or more RAM or not RAM,
Sure.
but more storage. Like
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get like a better CPU chipset or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it
I
Okay.
was a
mean,
very specific instance last year or last gen. It's like these systems came out, and then like shortly after it, 4K TVs were starting to be everywhere, and they couldn't handle it.
Hmm.
Whereas I don't see like all of a sudden 8K TVs being everywhere
yeah,
in the next
I
few
don't either.
years.
I
So
don't
like I
either.
don't see
yeah.
that they would have a
Uh,
need for something like
And
that.
and these new AMD chips are so feature rich that we're gonna still be getting amazing games. They're still gonna be figuring it out towards the end of the gen, I think. So I mean, that's looking way into the future. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think what we have now is what we're gonna have going till the next gen. Which Gen 10. What's your predictions there? Go.
Oh,
Kidding.
Gen 10.
Kidding.
There's gonna
Kidding.
be a hologram of Mark Cerny popping up out of your PlayStation and Phil
measuring
Spencer
your
hologram.
ears.
Yeah, I
Finally get NAC 3. Can't wait.
get NAC 3 and it will still
Knack
be
3 day
bad.
one.
Can't wait. I'm marking my calendar right now. So what's your next Series X game that you're gonna get? What are you guys looking forward to? I know obviously the medium was scooted back just a little bit to next month.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to keep in my head. I can't think of anything else that was super
Well,
hyped at all.
Probably Immortals Phoenix Rising. That's like early
Oh
December, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
we got
right.
Call of Duty tomorrow. So we'll be playing that with the
Yeah,
missus.
yeah, yeah.
So that'll be nice.
Dude, I had
That's
like been
tomorrow,
on
huh?
Yeah.
yeah, I had been on like a Call of Duty blackout honestly, and then randomly last night just because next gen, I just pulled up like a random like multiplayer video. I'm like, this shit looks dope. That thing looks really good. I
I
was
played
like
the beta a
shocked
little bit,
actually.
and it was great.
I
Like I'm not
was
a
like,
big Call of Duty multiplayer
Jesus.
guy, but
Yeah, I
all
mean,
good.
I personally didn't like it myself, but I'm more of a Warzone fan than actual
Mm.
multiplayer. So, um, but
Well,
I'm
Does
maybe
I'm
that.
I'm
have
optimistic for the future. So,
this one have like zombie mode and stuff, or
yeah, it's gonna have a zombie mode. It'll have Warzone integration, kind of
yeah.
like Modern Warfare does now, but we really won't see that crossover till the end of the season,
Mm.
the in-game season for Warzone. So it'd be a couple weeks before the weapons and loadouts and all that stuff starts um, making its way over, and which is weird because Warzone has the Modern Warfare like systems, like running and the way you
Yeah,
move and just
yeah,
all that stuff. But it's going to retain that because
yeah.
currently the new Black Ops it's a little bit slower. Like the time to kill feels a little slower, movements just a little slower. So it's a different. It's got a different feel because it's a different game.
Yeah,
So
it is strange that they keep tying Warzone to these games and not just kind of letting it be its own thing, which I know it is.
well,
Like,
it's got to be,
it's
and
kind of strange.
technically it's got to be insane to handle because everything you unlock, you can unlock in either multiplayer or Warzone, and then you can use those in both modes, which is
Yeah,
great. So you get a new gun
yeah.
or some new loadout. You go into Warzone, have fun. You're like, well, I need to level up this new shotgun, so I'm gonna go into multiplayer, figure it out, unlock some stuff, and it's great that everything goes both ways. So
Yeah, that's cool. It's gonna be
What did
really
you think?
weird in a year or two.
yeah, here in a couple months when we'll see. It's gonna be something different. So
Any interest in Devil May Cry? I didn't think I was gonna buy that game again, but I think I might. It looks really good.
I picked that up on sale. I enjoyed that game. I wasn't like crazy about that game, but
Yeah.
I would think about playing it again for sure.
Well, when I see that, I'm like, Capcom, just triple dip and sell me Resident Evil again, please.
Oh,
well,
Sell me all your.
when they get bought by Microsoft, they'll just get it in the Game Pass. So
Oh, stop it! Actually, that's gonna lead right into our quickfire questions. So why don't we
Okay.
do that now? Unless anyone has any
okay.
reservations. Quickfire
Do it.
questions, folks. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them here. Who's counting anyway? All right, we'll go Sonic Boom, and then Greg, and then I guess I'll throw my own thoughts and feels into it at the end. Favorite launch game of all time, Sonic Boom.
Ooh, favorite launch game of all time would have to be original Halo.
Bang.
Bang.
Super Mario World.
Cool.
Yeah. I gotta go, man. There have actually been some badass launch games when you put it all on paper. Gotta go with
Yeah.
Mario 64, but both
Yeah.
of the ones you guys mentioned like changed my life. Halo changed my gaming life forever, and
Yeah.
Mario World, I think I played that for like a week straight, and almost
Yeah.
dropped out of school. Just kidding, I didn't. Launch game you regret buying?
Ooh, I regret buying. I don't know if I've ever regretted a game. I mean, I regret buying like physical copies when the last system came out, but I mean, I don't think I have any regrets about buying anything launch. 'Cause it's nice to be able to take the cellophane off of a game, put the disc in, all that jazz. So
moment.
I don't have any regrets. No.
No regrets. Damn, I didn't see that one coming.
I bought
Greg.
Street Fighter 4 3D for the 3DS, and I'm not a Street Fighter person. It was like that
Awesome.
launch lineup was so bad, and I was like, I don't know, I need something for this, and I barely played that thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, more to think about it, maybe the Vita. That there was a couple games on that I was just like, this is ass. Why did I spend money on it?
Oh,
But I wanted to like the Vita.
Vita had actually a really good
so
launch. That's my.
Yeah.
That's
Or not
my
Vita, I'm sorry,
opinion.
PSP. I apologize. Vita,
Oh, okay.
sorry, I never played that. The PSP.
PSP, I'm definitely not as hot on, for sure.
Yeah.
PSP had some. Yeah. By the end, it
It
had some good stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, the launch
Yeah,
was. It was not great. I don't know why this game comes to mind for me. I don't think it was launch window. It wasn't launch day and date, but for some stupid reason, I was really hot on Bomberman 64 until I played it,
Ooh,
and I was like,
I'm sorry.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. I think
I
because
don't-
I got like Mario 64, which is still my favorite game ever made, Wave Race, which was amazing, Pilot Wings, which I adored, and so like hit that tree. I'm like, okay, they may never make another bad game ever again. The
They're all
Nintendo
good now.
64 is here to change all of our lives. And then I
They
got
just needed this
Bomberman.
third dimension.
Yeah. Then I played Bomberman. I was like, get out of my house. Asshole. You
I
ruined
don't
the
think I ever
trifecta.
played that one.
And they were coming off some hot titles too. Like the one for the Saturn was so good.
See, that's the thing. I had never really played Bomberman, really. And for some reason, when I saw the commercials, I was like, whoa, it's like another adventure game. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I clearly wasn't thinking.
At least it wasn't the Xbox 360 reboot of Bomberman.
Ooh.
Oh, that one
Yikes.
wasn't Hot
Master
Fire?
Chief or something.
Oh,
I
it
never
was-
played it, but I always looked at it and laughed.
No, it was bad.
I feel like there was a launch game for the original Xbox that was. They had some weird stuff, like some Bruce Lee game. I remember playing that and thinking that. You know what they should bring back is Amped. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
should bring-
snowboarding game. Yes.
They should bring that back.
Yeah.
They just need to bring back snowboarding games.
They do.
Yeah.
Love 10. Okay. Favorite Xbox game ever?
Like across all Xboxes, or like
That's an easy question. This could be across any.
Okay.
We'll say exclusive to the Xbox.
Okay.
I'll just say Sunset Overdrive or Titanfall or Halo. One of those three. I mean, it depends on my feelings because any day of the week, those games are great.
Damn,
So-
dude, I didn't know you like Sunset that much.
I love it. I think anytime I
Sunset's
see it
so
on
good.
sale, I tweet and favorite it because that game was just under the radar, you know. Like it reviewed well, just no one bought it because no one wanted the Xbox. So
Well, they'll discover it on the Series X.
hopefully,
Hopefully.
which I need to download that and play that.
Yeah,
see
you
how well
should.
that runs.
Do
I
that
think
right
it's-
now. It'll
I
be
think it's
ready
capped
to-
at 30, so
Yeah.
I think I'll be in for
It's on PC Game Pass.
Yeah, I played it
That's
on
all
the
you
PC a
need.
little bit, and it scratches the itch.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, your favorite Xbox game ever? Did you answer that, or are you pondering?
I mean, it's got to be Halo 2, just for the multiplayer memories. Playing that in college, like I
Zanzibar.
was
Oh
living
yeah.
in the dorms at that time, and the whole floor was networked, and it just worked for local play, and like it was just a constant lobby of Halo going 24/7, and it was like the greatest thing.
How did you graduate? I would have.
Yeah, it was a rough few months grade wise for sure, but it was, oh my goodness, it was.
But
so
damn,
fun.
you got good at Halo 2. Is what happened.
Yeah.
That's a fair trade in my
That was my
world.
peak for sure. It only went downhill after that.
Yeah. All right, you have to kill one Xbox IP. What is it?
Ooh. Well, Rise isn't going anywhere, so I'm okay with that.
You're gonna
It-
okay.
I mean, the game still looks good, and it was a fine game, but I could live without it.
Okay, Rise, you're done. Rise and fall. That was a good joke right there.
I got it.
Okay, Greg.
I could do without State of Decay. Like I've tried to like, and they just push that game so hard. They're always talking about like new stuff for it, and I'm like, okay. It was in that span of Inside Xboxes where it was like, oh my goodness, it's just gonna be State of Decay and Sea of Thieves and a new controller for like a year straight.
It was so bad. I stopped watching because I'm like, you're not going to tell me anything new.
Like
Like,
the
there's-
only highlight was like, and these 4 games are backwards compatible now. I was like, thank you, something. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'll just wait for the tweet.
Yeah.
I'll wait for
No,
the tweet.
wait for the tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if I had to pick one, I wouldn't be missing it.
Alrighty.
Watch me get super into that game now.
Yeah, you're gonna be a.
You just get that turn. You're like, oh, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Kill one Xbox IP. Yeah. I haven't played State of Decay, but I've seen it, and it doesn't really do much for me. For some odd reason, I'm oddly drawn to Rise. I haven't played it, but like we were
Rise
just
is
talking the
fun.
other week that like I think that would be something cool to go back to at some point. For some
Yeah.
reason, I was always oddly drawn to that game.
It's like a good, solid, short action game. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good launch. It's good, very
It was a nice tech
good,
demo.
and it holds up well. It still looks good to this day. So
They need to bring back Fusion Frenzy also.
That'd be
good.
great.
God, what do I even have to say? I'll just say State of Decay. No, whatever. They've got so many good first parties, so you don't want to kill any of them. Rumblings. Sonic Boom. This one's for you specifically. Rumblings of Microsoft acquiring a Japanese studio.
Yes.
This is getting interesting.
Things are heating up.
Things are heating up, dude. Japan is about to heat up on the Xbox a little bit, and this is really interesting to me. Rumblings of Microsoft acquiring a Japanese studio. What is it? And don't give me tinfoil hats. Tell me what you really, really believe.
If there's any validity to it, like a Koei Tecmo acquisition.
Dude, that would be big though. Even
It'd be huge. Oh, anything in Japan would be huge. Are you kidding me?
yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
What would Nintendo do? That's their
Yeah.
workhorse.
That's their work. It's their farm system.
Yeah, could see that. Could see. I don't think Platinum will ever sell. I think. I don't know. Maybe if they'll probably go to Tencent or something awful.
Dude, when you said that last week, Platinum, and like ever since then, I'm like I already busted out the corkboard and I'm connecting yarn because I think that would make so much sense.
You took all your Metal Gear stuff by Naughty Dog and you threw it off the table and you're like, no, that's old.
No, man.
This is where I gotta focus my brain power on.
I've got like 3 separate tinfoil hat theories going on separately and in separate dimensions. One of them is Metal Gear. The other one, Sonic Boom, I don't know if I told you about this one, is Blue Point is going to remake Bloodborne right after Demon Souls launches. That's the other tinfoil hat one.
I mean,
they're
that's
gonna remake the
yeah.
Demon Souls remake.
Ooh.
Remake the Demon Souls. That's for Gen 10, baby. Greg, what do you think Microsoft's going to do? If there's validity.
All the Sega stuff seemed interesting.
Yeah.
Like that seems really big though. Like that's, but I mean, think about Bethesda, who knows? But Sega would be a good fit, I think. They've definitely been buddy with all the Yakuza stuff coming over to Game Pass and everything.
Yeah.
It's like a semi-launch exclusive for next gen. But that would be interesting.
Oh,
I would love Capcom.
I just lost you guys. I'm back.
Oh.
Sorry.
Sonic Boom. We missed you. What happened?
I don't know. My computer just derped.
Okay. Well, the good thing is Greg was... Well, actually, you missed some amazing things Greg just said. Greg, repeat everything you just said in the whole episode, please.
Okay, let me start over. I'm alive. Yeah, Sega still seems likely.
Yeah.
Like not likely. I could see Sega happening.
I could definitely see Sega.
I would love Capcom, but the past 5 years, like I feel like Capcom's in the best place it's been. So I don't know how much.
Yeah, I think
they'd want to sell.
I agree, but because Monster Hunter is just gangbusters for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we saw Bethesda get bought, so anything could happen early. Literally anything.
I feel like I heard, which was just kind of interesting to me, the value of Capcom. Somebody was throwing numbers around, and it was less than Bethesda, which I guess doesn't shock me.
Probably, yeah.
I want to say they were valuing it around 5.5 B.
Yeah. Just in terms of like manpower and studios, I think they're definitely smaller.
No, they definitely are smaller. For me personally, especially lately, Capcom is a legacy. I friggin' love Capcom. If I had to choose between Bethesda and Capcom, I would obviously choose Capcom fairly easily, just for my taste. But that would be... I honestly think that would have a bigger impact on games than Bethesda, just because it would be like to me, it's almost more of a dig at your direct competitor if that happened. It really would be. And just because I'm not saying Capcom is more important than Bethesda. I think in the West people prefer Bethesda, but just because it would hurt their competitor more, I think. Assuming everything would go exclusive, which I still think that's what they're going to do with Bethesda, but anyways, acquisitions. Capcom seems a little crazy to me, but...
And in my head, Square Enix seems too big. Like, like way too
Yeah.
big, but I
Yeah,
don't
you
know if
want to
that's
cut
right.
you want to cut off the dragon's head for competition. You get Square Enix.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Man, it's really crazy to think about this because as we've been saying, after Bethesda, your head goes places, and
Yeah. Yeah.
your head really goes
Everything is
places.
on the table.
Yeah,
You know.
To me, like Sega would make the most sense. Just in my mind, in my small little brain, and Platinum would be the coolest.
Yeah, Platinum would be a solid get because when Platinum has time to do what they want, like they do great stuff.
Yeah, the weird thing about Platinum too, like I feel like their games don't sell as well as they should. Like they make good
No.
stuff, and
Like, I
it's
mean, yeah, Bayonetta 2 would not have happened if Nintendo didn't step in and fund it.
and they're wacky enough. They who knows what the hell they would do if if Microsoft just said, okay, go make something weird for us.
Mm-hmm.
They come back with I don't know who the hell even knows, but
Something like a game with dragon scales, dragon
Ooh.
something. Yeah, something like
something
that.
Maybe
like
had
that.
some,
That
like,
sounds a little too crazy
a
though.
guy
It
wearing
wouldn't fit.
headphones.
Yeah,
That could be
Beats
cool.
Beats by
Yeah,
Dre's.
What
those are
what
hot.
the
His
hell
cape.
happened? What happened with Scalebound? Really, I kind of
I would love to. Yeah,
I would love to tell all, but more information actually came out not too long ago.
hmm
So within the last year or two, that it was just in developer hell. Like
Yeah.
the gameplay we saw was this like very finite vertical slice that just didn't exist, and they kept just pouring money into it. And they finally just said, you know what, it's not going anywhere. They had to pull the plug because they had no game. They were just
They're
hemorrhaging money.
they're a
so
weird
weird.
like it has been 2017. They announced Bayonetta 3, and we have not seen a frame of that game.
Well, they got.
Damn.
Like that is
I mean,
strange. Like
they
I
have
wonder
like
if everything's
how
all
many
right there.
projects do they have going though? It's like that
It
studio has
seems like a
so
lot.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
they always have like 2 or 3 high stakes things going. So
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe focus on one at a time, guys.
yeah.
Until you can
Really
finish one thing, maybe
condense down the two,
be a good
maybe.
something. All right. Last quickfire question, and then we'll be off to our next gen races. No, our current gen races. Oh God, it's here.
oh no, what's happening?
What consoles did you get at launch? You can add Xbox Series X to that list, but what else have you gotten at launch day one?
Got the One X at launch. I got the 360 launch window. I got that like the day after Christmas.
Ooh, how did you get that? Those things were
I
like
worked
unicorn.
at Target and lucked out, and my ex at the time wasn't like having it, so I'm like, fine, I'll buy it my own. Let's see, PlayStation 2, I got launch. I think that's it. I think everything else I
Nice.
waited on or just couldn't get it.
Wasn't interested.
No.
Nice.
All right, Greg.
Um,
On your launch. This is gonna be a long list, I bet.
well, not actually. I don't very vague memories of the Super Nintendo timeline. I got it Christmas, but I don't think that was the first year. It might have been the second year that was out. So, probably the first one I got was the Wii. Oh, you know what? I got the DS day one.
DS.
Yeah.
I did too, actually.
Yeah. So I got the DS, I got the Wii, I got the 3DS, I got the
Oh
Wii
damn.
U.
This list is getting long already, Greg.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
thick. Thick
Yeah.
boy.
Keep
I
going.
got the Switch,
Yeah.
I got the PS4
Uh-huh.
and the Vita, the Xbox One X, and then now Series X. And
Nice.
PS5 coming.
Beefy. And about to get beefier.
Yep.
What did I get at launch? Well, let me start at the beginning. By the time I was old enough to like make my own money, I pretty much tried to get as much launch shit as I could, but it didn't start until Sega Dreamcast. Did not get the PlayStation 2 at launch. Got the PSP, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 4, did not get the Switch. I've actually not had a lot of Nintendo at launch. DS I did get at launch. 3DS. GameCube. OG Xbox. I think that's it.
Nice.
And about to be PS5.
Yeah, when's your schedule to be here?
Funny you should ask. It depends on who you ask, because if you ask Amazon, I've got 2 coming from Amazon. One's coming at 8 p.m. and one's coming at 9 p.m. So I'm pretty sure that means neither one's coming.
What, tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow
okay. I was
night.
like,
Yeah.
it's
No,
almost
I
midnight
hate to
there.
tell you, it's and then my PlayStation, I got one direct from Sony. That's supposed to be here, they say, by 9 p.m. But that one is the only one I have any hope in, because I'm tracking it now. It's off the coast of Bermuda, so it's on its way.
Dope.
Yeah. And then I've got like extra controller and peripherals. Actually, most of my peripherals have come. I'm waiting on wireless headset, but it's so weird because every single thing on Amazon tells me a different time that it's arriving. So it's just going to be like Santa Claus dropping by. So, those little Amazon vans are going to be like just ripping shit all around my neighborhood, dropping off little boxes here and there.
Dope.
So that's the plan. We'll see if it holds up. And Greg, yours is coming from Amazon, you said?
Yeah. I should. Last I've checked, Amazon still says by 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then my Target one says Friday now.
That's a surprise. Last time I saw my Target one, it was saying next Wednesday.
Yeah. The Target site says next Wednesday, but if I went to the actual tracking, the FedEx site says Friday.
I'll believe them.
This is why no one can get these dang things. Is there's people like you and I who are buying 9 of them because you don't trust to get them on day one.
Yeah.
And because we don't. So.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, like, how many people got multiple systems, and maybe there will be more available for people when they start getting returned. Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be like a small shipment for people who didn't get one initially. I guess we'll see.
Well, my Target one and my Amazon one are going to someone else, so you're welcome.
They're already vouched for, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, my second PS5 is vouched for.
Well, now that I've got mine actual hand, I can cancel the other ones because I don't need them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because they're not shipped. They're not even on a truck anywhere. They're just like, we'll get them to you sometime.
It's an IOU.
Yeah.
Right now on a website somewhere. Awesome. Well, current gen is upon us, boys. Congrats on your Xboxes. I'm very glad they showed up. When I was seeing these horror stories come out, I was thinking of my boys, and I was like, you better not fall through for this right now. So I'm glad they didn't. Let's wrap this thing up and play our Xboxes, shall we?
Yeah.
Sonic Boom, where can the people find you?
At the Pie Piper. I'll put it in the show notes in case you can't spell. Because spelling is hard.
It's near impossible. Best follow on Twitter. And the show Twitter, plug it. Anybody.
At Crossplatformchat.
You can add yourself to the tens of thousands of listeners worldwide who have followed us on Twitter.
Yeah. And if you want to email us and tell us your stories of your launch day extravaganza experiences, crossplatformchat@gmail.com.
Hit the people up. Greg, where can the people find you?
At Jethrin on Twitter, JETHRIN.
Best follow on Twitter. And I am at the circle button on Twitter. I've gotten a few new people on Twitter, but I don't think it has anything to do with the show. I don't know. I think half the people that follow me are not real, and
well, that was Illuminati tweets you were putting out last week. Just saying.
Sorry about that. Yeah, my Twitter's all over the place. Who even knows? All right. Well, that will be a wrap on episode 7. Again, we're trying to do another episode, same sort of knee-jerk reaction, a knee-jack, if you will, and impressions on the PS5 on Friday, the 13th. So check us out then. Post PlayStation 5, and I will see you on the other side. Have a good evening. Ta-ta.
See you in Valhalla. Jethro, are you going to say goodbye?
Oh, sorry.
I was playing my Xbox. Screw this.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, it's going in.